For exciting news, today we have got 3 new ancient Kardmi available in the game, and every one of these are going to turn the meta upside down. These are going to be essential for Season 2 content that is coming imminently. One of these I'm going to mention is literally the perfect counter to the new Ice-type Kardmi coming in Season 2. Let's get into it. So if you were newer to the game and you were unaware of what Ancient Kardmi are, they are a more powerful variant of some of the existing Kardmi inside the game. They have slighter, more primal looks when it comes to appearance, but more importantly than that, they have better stats that you can kind of customize through doing an in-game activity, as well as they have extremely powerful passives. Here later at the end of the video, I'll dive into just a quick refresher for where you will catch these ancient Kardmi, and I will link my video in the description where I do an in-depth guide explaining ancient Kardmi and that entire system. But the 3 Kardmi we're looking at today are the newly announced and newly unlocked Electrikong, Solfang, and Aqualith. Let's get started looking at Aqualith first, because I think she's probably one of the more intriguing, but probably of the 3, the most, perhaps maybe like, I don't want to say weakest, it feels like the wrong word, but least impressive of the 3, but still impressive women in her own right. So, we're going to be looking at Aqualith, who is the ancient ancestor of Aqualope. What she is a water type, and her new strategy is called Ocean's Blessing. I say a strategy, I meant skill. Her new skill is Ocean's Blessing. Fascinating passive, and what it does is it turns every single skill that she has in her arsenal, which she can learn some water, some rock, some and some dark types. So that's interesting. It turns all of her skills into water type, and this is really interesting because you can take higher damage skills that aren't necessarily water type skills. Maybe all the water type moves you have already unlocked or tie up on another one of your higher end water Kardmi. It allows her to use whatever skills that you really want to put on her that she can learn, and then those high energy moves, those high damage moves will convert into water type moves. And also, this really synergizes as well with some skills that have really impressive secondary abilities, allowing her to take advantage of those type skills. Really interesting. I think her strategy and her meta, she's really going to change the meta, the way that she plays, and the way that she kind of plugs some holes in teams. I like it. I think, just like I said, though, it's not the most interesting. Moving into number 2, though, is where we get really interesting. We look at Electrikong, brand new electric type for the time being Kardmi. His ability, however, is called Adaptive Presence. And what it does is it makes him super unpredictable, because he, once you select a move to use for him for the turn, he actually mimics that skill's type. So you can have him switching skill types multiple times a match to really plug holes in your team and really fit around the rest of your team. Really, he offers a lot of coverage. If you're going to build an Electrikong, I definitely recommend running a high-speed Electrikong. This way that you can always be landing the first punch with him and changing those elements on the fly as you need it. That way he's not getting hit with counter attacks. I like to think of him as like a Ditto, or if you ever played Temtem, like the Arachnite. Being able to change types on the fly is a super impressive skill, and I hope we get more passives like it in the future. But coming in at what I believe to be the best new Kardmi on this list, specifically because he's going to perfectly counter the new type coming out in Season 2, we are bringing in Solfang. Solfang's ability is called a Sun Call, and what happens is once he's deployed, it will change the battlefield to sunny for 5 turns. And what this also does is it gives a massive fire damage boost. Is boosted by a massive 30%, as well as water damage is reduced by 30%. So this is going to be huge because we don't know for certain, ice types are most likely going to be weak against fire type moves. It's the only element that would make sense. Additionally, I'm sure they're going to be able to take advantage of water type moves in their arsenal, which traditionally would be the weakness of a Kardmi like Solfang. However, with his inherent ability to weaken water type moves, and it can keep him on the field quite a bit longer, especially if you spec into his special defense. This is going to be huge, and I think he's the perfect counter coming up from season 2. But that's pretty much all I have to say about like their specific talents and their passive skills. I'm gonna show you guys. I think will be interesting to show you guys what their shiny variants look like, because I think they do have some of the best looking shiny variants in the game so far. And then we will do a quick refresher of how to actually capture these guys. I highly encourage you guys, if you were in game, if you were at Lone Star City, to go ahead and capture these guys. Reminder, you need to beat the campaign before these guys become available. Once you beat the campaign, go to Lone Star City, go to the upper level, and teleport to the ruins. You will have 5 attempts to do 5 different ancient dungeons a day. They reset daily. You're going to need capture cards, the time capture cards to capture your ancient Kardmi. So make sure you're stocking up on them at the Sundry Shop every day. But guys, that is going to do it for me. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys found this video helpful, and I will catch you in the next one.